In this video, I'm going to recap the albums I've listened to the most this summer. I feel like there's a good mix of classics plus brand new albums in this bunch, so if you're interested in hanging out in the record room with me, just keep on watching. Hi friends, it's Hannah the Omaha Introvert. My oh my, it has been a long hiatus this time. I've been getting messages from people asking if I'm okay. I'm having a wonderful summer, but I guess I disappeared from YouTube and I turned 40. This bitch is now over the hill. No, but I've been definitely having a great summer, really. Chris bought me a bike for my birthday, so I've just been devoting time to that. Plus, I've been just enjoying my other hobbies and kind of expanding on techniques with those hobbies. That doesn't mean I've stopped listening to my records, quite the contrary. I just haven't had much of a presence on social media. As you can see by my channel name, I truly am an introvert after all. I take breaks, that's all. But how are you? So now that that's out of the way, let's get to the good stuff. Here are records I've listened to the most this summer, and what I mean by that is records I've spun more than like 4 or 5 times. If you'd like to join in the fun, just leave me a comment down below letting me and everybody else know what wonderful albums you're listening to this summer. I would say that if you're new here, I do feature a lot of music that's more off the beaten path and not necessarily in the mainstream. So if you're just seeking for content that's like praising the Billboard charts, I'm probably not the channel for you. There are plenty of common albums featured on my channel. In fact, the first one I'm showing here is definitely a well-known album, but I appreciate people with all music tastes. But maybe you'll discover music that's new to you. So we're gonna keep this all random, like all the records here in this video, except for the last one. That one is the winner of the bunch. Odyssey and Oracle by the Zombies. I didn't fully absorb and appreciate this one until this summer. So, like, I had listened to this one in its entirety before, but it never made much of an impact on me until now. I would say, like, right now, this would make my top 20 records of all time. And I say that as if I were to make, like, Hannah's top 100 records of all time list, which I'm nowhere close to even doing that, but why I love this, and this is, by the way, a second pressing on Date Records, and this copy's okay. I think I would like to upgrade my copy in the future, but as you'll notice, yeah, this is a different cover art. There aren't too many bands that do harmonies well and make that a standout feature of their music. Obviously, the Mamas and the Papas and the Beach Boys, and I really like the harmonies of the Byrds too, but I grabbed this when I long for those special vocal arrangements that lack in most records, quite frankly. My favorite track is Beechwood Park, and it's very fitting because it's a summer tune, but another deep cut I really like is Butcher's Tale. It's kind of dark and weird, but this is just a perfect album I keep reaching for during these summer months. Second one I wanted to show is a brand new record. This is from Beach Fossils, and I am new to Beach Fossils. I knew of them only by their name before. I kept hearing their band name being dropped here and there, but I never took the time to investigate what they were about and their sound. Paul at baaaack P-Dub sent this my way as VCLT, and this is one that's just refusing to leave the turntable. I think they have like 3 or 4 other albums, and I will make my way to checking those out soon, but right now I'm enjoying this. This is very satisfying. It's light, it's breezy, it's airy, indie, jangly pop. Those jangly guitars, which you know I love if you've followed my channel for years, but if you like Real Estate, REM, The Shins, this may be something you want to look into, and I just love the atmospheric soundscapes. So I love the songs Don't Fade Away, Just Like the Setting Sun, and Numb. Like, the guitars on Numb are so very good. So yeah, I'm just loving this, and it's on this nice pale blue splatter type vinyl, or swirled. Very nice. Let me remove this right here. So this next one, This band is Legal Weapon, and this is a reissue of their very first album. It's called Death of Innocence, and I had found out about them, I think through Nick Schultz. He sent me a comment, but this is originally released in 1982, and this is female-fronted punk rock from the 80s era. Like, I think Kat Arthur, yeah, she's the vocalist. Like, she was a badass. I found out that she just passed away, I think, in 2018, but this is a reissue on Radiation. Yeah, Radiation reissues, and I saved the little hype sticker. I think it's yellow vinyl. I took it out here. Yeah, it's on yellow vinyl. It sounds great. I will read just a little snippet here. Pioneering LA punk band Legal Weapon was formed in 1980 from the ashes of the Silencers, which Steve Reiner formed with guitarist Brian Hansen and vocalist Kat Arthur. By the time of this riveting debut album, the band had Arthur, Hansen, and future Adolescents / Agent Orange bassist Steve Soto and drummer Charlie Vartanian. So they compare them to X, which are one of my favorite punk bands. So I thought that was very cool. And this comes with a nice, large poster of Kat. I just think that's so cool that they included that. So I love her vocals. Yeah, she definitely contributed a lot to the punk scene. Sad she is gone. She's kind of been referred to as the Janis Joplin of punk, I was reading. So this is just super great stuff, a great spin. If you like X and those other Southern California bands from that era, I highly recommend this. I like Don't Pretend and Waiting in Line, those songs especially, but it's all solid punk. This is a band called Motorama, and Jess sent me a killer VCLT package a month or two ago, and he included some albums by this band. They are a Russian band. This particular album was released in 2012. This is post-punk, but it's also pretty melodic, and it just has like lovely floaty guitar work. Joy Division-esque, yes, but I would also compare them to Felt. It's not super innovative, but I've been spinning it quite a bit this summer. Rose in the Vase, and Sometimes, those are the two songs I love. But if you're looking for some more modern post-punk that is also jangly, Motorama is for you. This one, Jellyfish. I know I've talked about this album before on my channel, specifically in my Power Pop series, and it's also a top 10 record of the 90s for me. I was able to get my hands on this 2 CD deluxe edition of Spilt Milk. This is by far my favorite album by them, and this version contains like demos galore. So there's 2 discs, and what a treat. Like Jellyfish, I love them so much. There's like this whimsical, almost innocent quality to their music, but it's just so sad that they weren't able to continue and bless us with more music. But their flavor was so good. It's like a mishmash of the Beach Boys and Queen, but in the 90s, and you better believe this edition has gotten plenty of play for me this summer. I know there was also a box set of their 45s that was released last year or something. I didn't get that, but I have certainly been tempted to get it, and I know you love Jellyfish too. Come on. They are just like irresistible, and several songs on here just hit me in the feels. I love this edition too. I'm so glad I got it. Here's another new album, and I really love the shoegaze band. This is the first one from them I own on vinyl. I have 2 other CDs by them, but this is the Australian band Flying Colours, and this is their 3rd full-length album titled You Never Know. But this is really solid if you like your shoegaze more in the My Bloody Valentine side of shoegaze with the fuzzed out tremolo guitars. This band would be for you, but there's like plenty of more subdued moments as well. This is fit in perfectly with my summer listening too. It has a summer feel in my opinion. So I love the songs Do You Feel the Same and Oh. So those are probably my top 2 favorite tracks. If you are a shoegaze lover, do not sleep on this release or this band. So I got the sky blue vinyl version. There's other colored variants as well. This can be kind of pricey if you get it like on their Bandcamp, but I was able to get it on eBay for a decent price. This was super exciting for me. So I have a couple of reissues in this stack. We've been getting a lot of great reissues, and I guess that's one good thing that has come out of the vinyl resurgence. I don't like that it's harder to find originals of some albums, but I do like, you know, since more people are into collecting, that we're getting some of these harder to find, like 90s and more recent reissues. So I don't think this has ever been reissued to vinyl before this, but this is Sloan, and never hear the end of it. Somebody posted this on Instagram and I nearly fell out of my seat. Like, to me, this is the ultimate Sloan record. It's my favorite, hands down. And when this came out back in like 2006, I think it was, back then I was a legal assistant for like 8 or 9 years, and it was just like in my car for months long stretches. Like, I just couldn't get enough of it. And I know I've talked about this album before. I'm guessing probably in my Power Pop series, so I'll probably leave little link up above if you want to go back and check those videos out. But because of that, I'm going to keep this brief. This has just like an amazing flow to this record, and it is a double LP, by the way. There's like 30 tracks, but it never seems daunting to listen to. Like, the songs kind of segue into one another. Many tunes have a heavier rock vibe and some are more gentle. Listen, I just love this. I just love this. I just love this. And if you're new to Sloan, this would actually be a perfectly acceptable place to start in their catalog. So like I said, double LP, and let me show you the gatefold because it's a really cool kind of snapshot of them. There's 4 members and they all kind of alternate and take turns, like with the songwriting duties. They each play different instruments. I mean, they're a fun band and they're from Canada, but I have talked about them before. So yeah, it's just been simply divine to get this on vinyl and hear it on wax, and it's a fabulous pressing too. So there you go. Another reissue. The hits keep on coming. So this is the Lemonheads with Come On Feel the Lemonheads. And last year we got, I just pulled this out to show it, but we got this one last year. It's a Shame About Ray, the reissue, and I love how they reissued this. This one is the same quality. Look at that photo of the Lemonheads. Double LP. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this either. Nice. So the reason I probably love this one, and It's a Shame About Ray so much out of the Lemonheads catalog, is because Juliana Hatfield contributes on the tracks, and she, of course, is my favorite female artist, vocalist, guitarist. So my favorite songs on here, I really love Into Your Arms and Paid to Smile. But if you're into the 90s, an alternative scene with some power pop leanings, then check out Lemonheads. I mean, this is a classic from their catalog. This one is really unique. This is Mount Fog. This is one of the most artistic albums I've come across in a while, both in the music and in the presentation. I mean, look at this stunning artwork right here. The cover art, I mean, just wow. I actually accidentally stumbled upon this band when I was randomly searching for music on Bandcamp. You know, if you do kind of a search like sounds like, or different genres, you'll get recommendations from them. But yeah, this is Mount Fog. I think it's the second album. It's Spells of Silence, and there's just a few copies left of this on Bandcamp. This is on Ghost Mountain Records. She's from Seattle. Her name is Carolyn. On the Bandcamp page, it refers to her music as like minimal electronic sounds, like with her vocals layered on top. Her vocals are really what makes this unique and special. If you like Kate Bush, Cocteau Twins, like there's definitely influences from those artists and bands on here, and this is just way cool. If you're looking for something different and you're just bored with everything else out there, give this a try and let me know what you think. This one has definitely gotten lots of play, and I love the songs I Am the Sea, You Are the Clouds, and Sewn Together. Those are great. Yeah, this one definitely surprised me. It came out last year, by the way. So check out Mount Fog with Spells of Silence. Okay, so I saved my most listened to record this summer for last, and this is Bully with their new album titled Lucky For You, and this is the Loser edition. I saw Bully probably close to when they first started back in 2015 or 2016 when they opened for Best Coast, who I just love, by the way. So yeah, it was pretty much Bully's beginning then. I have to say this is by far my favorite Bully record to date. There's just something about it. All of their records have a strong 90s alternative vibe, and this one is no different, but I have just connected with this one more and more. It's just so infectious, and I absolutely love the collaboration song with Soccer Mommy. Like, it will stay in your head. So not many new records keep me coming back, but this one has this special sauce or something. And Alicia Bagnano, I think that's her name, so talented. They've been on an extensive tour this summer. I would love to see them again. I would say if you love 90s or like female fronted alternative bands that have that 90s vibe but also have their own edge, then Bully may be up your alley. And so far this is my #1 album this year. I just can't get enough of it. It has that repeated listens quality that's really hard to find. So mine is on this aqua colored vinyl. So yeah, lots of newer albums in this bunch this time, you guys. Those are the albums I've enjoyed listening to the most this summer, and if you liked this video, let me know by doing the usual YouTube-y stuff you do as a viewer. But last weekend I went to a pop-up record show that was super small, but it delivered. Like, there was only 2 or 3 vendors, but one of the vendors actually gave me a heads up of what kind of stuff they would be selling there. I went, I got there early, I collected, and I do want to do a video of my finds from that small pop-up show soon. It was just very plentiful, and I bought some awesome records. I will see you guys next time then. Sorry it's been so long, but you know, sometimes I do take long extended breaks from social media. Take care.